I ain't got no money until next week when I get
Yeah,
paid. I was just seeing if there's anything out there.
yeah, yeah. You never know. Got to keep an eye out, especially for sales and stuff. So,
Yep. Okay. All right. It says we're live. So welcome from the crossroads of America. Hang on, I'm trying to get myself organized. Talk show about guns, politics, or anything else that crosses my mind. We'll answer questions from the audience either in the chat or by email at rickslifeasiseeit at gmail.com or spottedrick@gmail.com. I got a Patreon page, PayPal, and all that other stuff in the info section below. So we got that out of the way. So let's see. I mean, it says we're live. So I'm hoping. Anyway, let me introduce my one panelist at the moment, New York Outcast. How you doing?
doing well. Thanks for having me. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Yeah, good. And let's see. In the chat right at the moment, it looks like, who do we have? Kingpin was in first, then Mystic Guns, then Shady Hill Homestead, then Raphael's here. So they're starting to show up. Must have caught them off guard today. Or I'm getting boring, one of the two. Might be that one. But I'm glad everybody's here. Before we get started, I was in the middle of trying to find primers on the internet, seeing what's out there. So I found a company that has some called what the hell's their name now? Weaponsdepot.net. But you gotta have a minimum order of $300. So that's where I was at, trying to figure that one out. It's a shame, $300, but my buddy, who I go shooting at, he said he would he's willing to go halves on an order. So I figured if I get a $300 worth, it only cost me $150. So that's what I was thinking anyway. Anyway, while we're waiting for more people to show up, if they do, how's your week been, New York Outcast?
It's been pretty busy. Lots of back and forth, meeting with people, trying to deal with customers. So, plus trying to get out and do things myself. I was able to swing through the gun shop, or one of my, well, I would state one of my shops. Not that I own it or anything, but I got it like a circuit I run as far as gun shops. So, I prefer the mom and pop shops, and in my area, there's not too many options. So, so I travel a bit for them. But anyway, so was shocked, went in, seen they had plenty of ammo, so that was cool to see. Unfortunately, the prices are not good. So I've seen Winchester 100 rounds for $49.95, I think it was. So
for what?
For 100 rounds of Winchester 9mm.
Oh, okay.
So FMJ, but just that's basically what, 50 cents a round. I don't know. Yeah, for regular, white box Winchester. So I don't know. I didn't buy anything, which is rare. Guy stopped and he's like, "You need help with anything?" And I was, told him no. I was just kind of just seeing where prices were at. People online are telling me things are getting better, but in some cases with prices, they're dropping back down. But guys like, yeah, a little bit, but not a lot. And I'm like, yeah, I'll hold off. So
yeah,
223. The cheapest thing I seen was a box of Tula and I think they wanted, what was it, $14 for it or something like that. I think it was $14. Um, they had what was it, S&B, I think it's called, or whatnot. That was like 16, 17.99 a box of 20. So I don't know. It to me, it just seemed, too much. I stopped buying when prices were getting close to that. The 9mm is a lot higher actually, but so I, I passed. But
I don't blame you.
so
I don't blame you.
that was
I
a little
mean,
disappointing, but
yeah, but then again, see, I say that, but then I would imagine with taxes and stuff, New York's going to be higher than anywhere else anyway.
yeah, we have a
But that
eight
sounds a bit high for 9 mil.
what is it, 8.2, I think it is, or something, percent sales tax. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I just, it's for, I don't know. I don't need it that bad yet, so I'll
No.
hold out.
That
Hopefully
still
they don't.
sounds. That still sounds a lot for 9 mil.
Yeah.
No matter
Now
where you're at in the
maybe
country,
maybe the big box stores have a better price. I don't know. The only one I got around me really is, well, there's a Walmart, but they don't have anything. But I avoid that place anyway.
Well, yeah, Walmart
And
don't sell very little ammo now,
yeah,
mainly
and then
22.
there's Dick's as well, Dick's Sporting Goods,
Do
but
they still
I
sell
avoid.
ammo?
I honestly, I can't tell you because I
I
don't
knew
go
they
in
got
there.
out of selling guns.
So,
I know,
last I knew, they still sold ammo.
I know
So
they don't sell guns. They got out of selling guns.
uh, well, I don't know. Last I knew, they sold guns locally. No handguns, but they sold rifles. For years back, they sold ARs, mainly set up, hunting patterns, things like this. But that went away a few years back, apparently, and now
I think you'll find out. You walk in a Dick's store. There's no there's no guns
there
anymore.
might not be. I try to avoid the place because I
Yeah,
think they stand by their name. They're
I can't remember the last time I went into one.
uh, so yeah, so that leaves me with the little mom and pops. But again, I prefer to put my
Might be able
money
to find
somewhere where they're not spitting in my face. So
try online.
yeah, I did look online too.
Yeah.
Prices weren't great there at the place that'll ship to me. So
No, that's another
so
thing. Some companies might just avoid New York
New
altogether.
York, yep. A lot of
Yeah.
them do. They just, and you try to explain
That
it's
should give you motivation to get out of that goddamn
yeah.
state.
You try to explain to them it's legal, and so and so company does, and it's not a problem, and and they don't care. As soon as it says New York, it's red marker comes up or whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah. I see some I just heard this morning watching, was it Guns and Gadgets YouTube? He said a federal judge in New York has the gun somebody from the Buffalo shooting is suing the gun manufacturers, and the federal judge in New York said they can go ahead and do that. Even though there's a law saying you can't. But your old Governor Como did sign a law in and signed it that says you can in the state of New York. Whether that hold up if it gets to Supreme Court, I don't know.
I don't know, man. It doesn't shock me with the state, so nothing shocks me honestly here. So it's crazy. That's why you just try to avoid problems. Like I always had it kind of saying, watch the landmines and stuff, and that's just anything going out and about throughout your day. Don't get caught up in anything stupid here, because it ain't, don't matter what it is, you're gonna be paying for it. You know what I mean? So it's just it's crazy. So I think that's how I avoid a lot of problems in my area. I don't hang out on the street like that. So
Yeah.
A to B, work, and handle my business. used to take the kids on bike rides, all that type of stuff. But you know what I mean? There's certain areas I just avoid because I don't want the problems. Like,
oh yeah, I can understand that.
yeah.
I can understand that. Yeah. Oh, Patriots in the chat, not in here where he's meant to be, but he says good at what he said. Where is it? I lost it. Oh, good afternoon, ladies, gentlemen, and Rob. So I don't know why he's not in here. He should be in here. You know.
Good afternoon, Patriot.
He's been slipping lately. You know. So Sabrina's
he shows up.
Yes.
Shows up quarterly, makes an appearance.
Yeah.
Seems like it's all.
He sort of shows up just enough to keep his seat.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. So, yeah, Sabrina's here. I haven't seen her for a while, but it sounds like she's doing better. So, anyway, since people are starting to come in now, my topic, I don't know you guys, I know it's been nothing but it's been on the news all week and it's been on YouTube all week. But that revelation, was it yesterday I heard it? Where the town police commander inside the school decided that it was a barricade thing and that's why nobody went in and charged the room to shoot the guy. That is disgusting. You know? It really is. Did you hear that, Rob?
Yeah, there's a problem though. I've heard a lot of things. I just heard something recently from Salty Cracker, if anybody's familiar.
No, the Salty Cracker.
Yeah. I don't know jack shit. So I've just heard a lot of stuff. So I think it might be still kind of early to say, and people keep, it looks legitimate. There's reports here that say this and they're doing interviews. So, I don't know, but it's hard to say. It does seem like a crappy situation if you are to believe what we're hearing, where people were, supposedly showed up, started shooting out at a funeral home across the street, and then the school was right there, and they didn't lock down until he was in the building. Hopped over a fence, made it to the school, was shooting outside, and supposedly then a lady ran outside to get her phone and left the door propped.
Yes.
I like none. Yeah, that doesn't. I don't know. The whole thing kind of stinks to me, especially now finding out that he was in communications with one confirmed and 5 more. There's supposedly 6 total FBI agents that he was like taking a list from online, and the server tried to report it and everything through Discord. So everybody that's like, oh, Discord is safe or whatever. Well, I don't know. Apparently not, because there's some group that tried to report it, and I don't know.
No, the FBI.
Seems like a lot of weird shit again. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. Maybe this kid was gassed up, honestly. So, but again, who's to say? I don't know. I'm just speaking of stuff I hear, but it is a shitty situation. And some officers went in and pulled their kids out while they were refusing other parents to let them in. One officer's wife was a teacher, supposedly. So I guess, the whole thing sounds strange. And apparently there was glass windows in the classroom. So they could have taken a shot on him within that 45 minutes. So I don't know, man. You know what I mean? If kids are dying and you're worried about busted glass.
But from what I can understand, when he crashed his truck, which seems suspicious in its own, right? And he gets out and he shoots.
Not really. If he just shot his grandmother, supposedly in the face as a kid or for anybody. That's whether you're going nuts or not. You're having a moment.
Well,
He might not have been an experienced driver, emotional crash.
a couple of things with that though.
I don't know.
He, it was after that he gets out of his truck, takes a couple of shots at the funeral home. Right? Then he jumps the fence, and as he's walking across the school parking lot, he takes shots at the school windows.
Yeah.
Then he goes in. Then he just happens to find the one door that's propped open, and goes in that way. And I'm sorry. I mean, I feel for but to me, even with the timeline, the second timeline they were given, there still seems a lot of
seems weird.
Yeah, it does. And I don't know. I really don't know. It's
well, even the police reaction, in a sense, it seems weird. So,
and
I thought it was
saying
standard
now,
protocol now that you go in, when it comes to those school situations, that they supposedly they've learned this from, what is it, I can't even say it, or calamine or whatever. And recent cases, supposedly, that now the protocol is you don't wait. So the fact that they showed up and waited for now, supposedly 45 minutes, now they're saying technically it was over an hour.
Yeah.
But yet other officers went in to help their kids out. I mean, I don't know, man.
But then,
the whole, like I said, the whole thing seems kind of funny. So
then
obviously not ha funny, but
then this morning they're saying that the Border Patrol SWAT team, or the couple of SWAT people that came, the ones who actually took him out, were waiting outside for 30 minutes because the police wouldn't let them in.
I don't know. I heard the guy was off duty at a barber shop and supposedly
he went in and saved his kid and wife. But the article does say he saved other kids on that one.
Yeah.
But he did save his, but he brought out other kids with him too. So
so he didn't confront him, because what I heard was him and a parent is what actually breached the door and confronted him, basically. Pretty much the police wouldn't do it because it was unsafe. They didn't have ballistic shields, and these guys just ran up and didn't give a damn and went through. Supposedly they approved it because he was a SWAT officer and another, through U.S. Border Patrol. So I don't know that, that's all what they're stating. So basically, they let him take the lead. You know what I mean? So I don't know, but again, still the whole thing seems weird and pretty damn long. I mean, what are we depending on police for to just kind of stand outside?
Yeah, well, I mean,
you know what I mean?
Out of the whole thing, though,
I don't know, man.
Out of the whole thing, though, that really got me, that was hearing that those kids in the classroom were calling 911. I mean, they had, 4 or 5 phone calls from the classroom.
Saying, phones don't save lives.
But
armed staff could.
It's just hard. I mean, you think that those phone calls into 911, the police outside the door would have taken action, And it takes, what do they go? They go to the janitor, get the key, open the door, and shoot the fucker. Why couldn't they done that an hour earlier?
I love the way you put things sometimes.
Yeah. So, but it is, but it's, I'm not claiming conspiracy, but it's mighty coincidental that all this anti-gun shit's happening just when things are looking good for us. The two, what we were talking about last week, are we winning in 2A? You know, it seems like we're getting a little ahead, getting some of our rights back. Then something like this happens. You know?
Oh yeah, and it's midterms, man. They gotta
Yeah,
push
that's
it all
another one
up. See,
too.
if the FBI thing's legit, I'm saying I'm calling probably conspiracy. So
Yeah,
personally, because there's just too much stuff. I mean, you know what I mean. And if you're truly on Discord in a room and you got 5 or 6 in total FBI agents in the same damn room with you, something's up, man. Come on, come on.
hey,
Like, so
what
I
can I
don't know.
say?
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
I
what
mean,
are the odds?
how many FBI agents was it in the kidnapping of the governor of Michigan? You
Yeah.
know?
Well, I'm telling you, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I do do
there's
know a
something not
lot
right.
more goes on than people think. Yeah, with our
Yeah,
with government here, but obviously I can't comment on things, but
and
but
The Washington Post article says it says anybody that owns a gun, we or you, as they put it, are the reason this happened. Those kids killed because it's your fault, Rob, for being a gun owner.
oh boy,
That's what it says
well,
in the
yeah,
Washington Post.
there's a lot of idiots out there, so I guess
Well,
they
no, it's
can.
us because we're sticking to our freedom. We should be following what other countries have done. You know,
Oh,
they're talking
because
about like
if you
Australia
ban
and
them
all that
all,
kind of shit. Yeah,
the criminals are just instantly gonna just say, "Oh, they're illegal." So we're
well,
not gonna follow the murder laws or rape, robbery, no guns. We're not gonna follow any. We're just gonna turn. We're gonna follow this law and turn in our weapons.
yeah. Now,
Kumbaya.
problem is with turning in your wet. I mean, Australia turned in all their guns, right? And didn't they lock people up in a concentration camp who had COVID? They won't do it to us because we got firepower behind us.
Yeah, they didn't get all of them.
Well, once
I
they
mean, in
take your guns,
Australia, but
once they take your guns, they've got you. They can do anything they want. They can. I mean, you. I mean, I know. I mean, I listen. I talk to my sister over in England, right? And I lived in England for 30 years. But after living here for so long now, in a I've lived there over almost 30 years here consecutively, like I lived there. You know, I'm more freer here than I am there, and I didn't realize it. What I'm saying is they don't realize it, how they're not as free as they think they are.
yeah, because it's normal.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, shit. We have a lot of that in a lot of ways here. It's like, chase the shiny stuff and credit card debt and be a debt slave. You know what I mean? It's normal. It's what you're supposed to do. Uh, there's a lot. Same thing with the schools. I mean, you're supposed to just send your kids to schools. Like, if you actually care a lot and want to be a part or whatever, homeschool or send them to a private school. If you invest in their actual education, you're a freaking weirdo to the average people. Doesn't matter, if it's a good thing or bad. You're just a weirdo. Something's off. Something's weird. There's a lot of normalcies here. So, that's a whole nother conversation. But.
Yeah, it is.
Well,
But
I
it
can get on that with social security numbers even. Yeah, I'm not one of these whatever the hell you call them, but I think there's something to some of this stuff. I never volunteered to have so much debt assigned to me. I never volunteered to give people the right to judge over me. Like, there's a lot of stuff to this. You know what I mean? But nobody tells you that. It's like when you go up to sign for a license, you give them the right to give you one or deny you. What if you drive without a license, it's less costly illegally than if you drove with a bad license. I mean, there's just a lot of weird shit out there. Like you got to volunteer to let them rule you. Why? Because that's what everybody does. It's normal. You know,
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, when you sit back and start thinking about certain things, and then you can look at some of the taxes, but, you know, whoa, we shouldn't even go there. Never mind. Never mind.
Hey, John Z's in the house, in the room. I ain't seen him in a while. I think he moved out of New York, didn't he? But he didn't. I think he actually he jumped out of the frying pan into the fire. He moved to New Jersey. Yeah. So I mean, have you got out of New Jersey yet, Rob? I mean, not Rob, John Z. I mean, New Jersey, New York. I mean, New York. You might as well say it's the same place. You know what I'm saying? So.
Well, he went from New York City to New Jersey, so it's probably a slight upgrade.
Oh, okay.
You know, New York State, that'd be debatable at that point.
Yeah, yeah. He's saying for Rob to get out of New York. Yeah, but you know, we hope you will. But I mean, I know it's got to be difficult. I mean, I know there's some people that say just pick up and go. I mean, I'm single. I don't have. I'm disabled, so I didn't have a job to worry about. You know, and it was too hard for me to get up and go, to move from there to here. You know, you've got a business, you know, and everything else. You just can't up and go, you know, because you're going to have to, wherever you go to, you're either going to have to get a job or try to start your business in that new area.
Yeah. It's not, I guess, I mean, I absolutely could if I wanted to, but I would suffer just right off the jump.
That's what I'm
going.
Saying.
Yeah. So, you know, obviously it takes research, and then if you're trying to move a business, that's more than moving you in a sense, as far as you know, where you'd want to be, things like you know, what are the rates, what's the insurance, is there licensing differences, all types of, you know, things like this. So that obviously got to be addressed. And then even if you have everything perfect, you can't show up and expect to have a clientele. So you're probably going to have to work through somebody, feel it out, see how things go, meet the inspectors, get your name out there a little bit before you can really branch out. So obviously, you know, that's my thinking. But you know, and it also helps if you have, you know, some type of other income coming in, whether that's like a rental property or whatever it could be. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's different. But other than that, yeah, I don't know. I think it's probably easier than people want to admit it to do it in some cases. But
oh yeah, I didn't say it wasn't. It wasn't that hard. Once I made a decision to
I mean,
do
if you're just a 9 to 5, you know, or whatever, then you know, yeah. I mean, you can probably get something set up somewhere or find something, and it's a lot easier. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, John
but
Z.
Everybody's life is different.
John Z said he's in South Jersey. You know, now Jersey's Jersey. I'm sorry. You know, I haven't lived there, but I've, you know, I've driven through it. It's a boring state to drive through. I know that much. So,
Jersey's got its own variety. So, I mean, if you want to compare like Trenton to Wildwood, there's a big difference. Different areas. So, people are, you know, I don't know, slightly different, even within the same state, different places.
Yeah. John Z said, I suffered in moving, but I can proudly say I got out of New York. Yeah, you true. You're out of New York, so I don't. But as I said, I don't know if it got any better moving to New Jersey. I mean, maybe the overall life is better there, but I'm thinking in terms of 2A gun laws. You know what I'm saying? New Jersey ain't much better than New York in that sense.
Yeah.
You know? So, so anyway.
Now, if he just kicked it over to like PA, he would have been. That would have been a huge step in
but
the
New
other
Jersey.
direction.
I mean, he moved there because it was the job he has. You know. So anyway, but I mean, all I'm going to say about that, it just things just don't line up for me in that. And what they're saying now is the Buffalo shooter had been emailing, talking to an get this, an ex FBI agent. You know what I'm saying? And this is what I said earlier. I think it was last week or the week before. They might not have said, go do this because we need this to happen. But dropping a word here, dropping a word there to make it, to get it rolling. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't put it past them. I wouldn't put it past the alphabet agencies that we have. You know? And another thing, they found out that he paid for his 2 rifles, his 2 ARs, right? With a debit card. So that means you have to have money. It's not a credit card. That Daniel Defense rifle, I saw it listed the other day, so I looked it up, right? $1,800 for that rifle. How in the hell does an 18-year-old afford an $1,800 rifle?
It's possible.
You know?
It's in my opinion, it's very possible because a lot of 18-year-olds they don't pay rent. They don't have a car payment. They don't even pay their own damn phone bill or vehicle insurance. Mom and dad pay for freaking everything nowadays. So
Well, he must have had a good part-time job.
probably, and
he only just
give
graduated high
money,
school.
whatever. So I mean, it's possible. I don't know. I mean, again, from what I heard, supposedly he had like a list, that he was confirming, and that's what the whoever turned in on Discord or tried to warn people about, is that these other guys were like he was running off a checklist, like, yep, I got this, I got this, I got this, like from these retired FBI guy. So supposedly, so I don't know. It's hard to say, but so maybe he was gifted some money as well. But my 18-year-old kid, there's times she had more. Well, I ain't gonna say more pocket money than me for sure, because she didn't have to pay everything. So she, obviously she paid her own phone bill. She bought her own snacks and all that type of crap or whatever. But half time I still paid for dinner, stuff like that. So she paid for gas money to go to work. But you know what I mean? All her own stuff. She was stacking money.
I guess I just had a poor, evil upbringing because I never had $1,800 at 18 years old.
Well, think of the difference. You're talking a long time ago in some cases. So, I can remember, being 16, 17, working my butt off, and basically, almost, well, not really at that point, but I can remember being young and almost having no responsibility. So what are you gonna do? So you either go party or you save it. So
yeah, I can see you being a saver.
No, I didn't.
I'm a partier. Well, I was.
Well, I'm good at like breaking things in pieces. So if I get a chunk, I'll set something aside for the stuff I can't think of now. And then try to save a pile, and then I'll blow a pile. That's pretty much how I usually do it.
Problem is, I'll blow the pile, then I'll grab the pile that I was saving and blow that too.
Self-discipline, man.
I don't have any.
Better start spanking yourself.
Yeah, no, I've got a plan, and it's gonna work. You know, I've got it. I'm going to start paying off the small guy first and work my way up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know it's taken me a long time and I'm getting old, but I think I'm finally figuring it out. You know what I'm saying? Better late than never, I guess. That's the way I'm looking at it. I think it's finally Jason Stewart said in Rick's day, 1800 was like $13.60.
I was thinking something similar, but not that bad.
Yeah. Hey, Jason's still alive.
Yeah, that's good news.
He's not in here, but he's still alive. I hope he's feeling better.
He's probably got lockjaw by now.
No, I bet you he didn't go to the hospital.
I bet he didn't either.
You know. No. He's just lucky. If he is getting better, he's just lucky. You know, like a dog. Dog can get a snake bite, and just 2 or 3 days later, he's fine. You know. So, oh well. Who's leaving or coming in? Are you moving around?
That was me. Sorry, I was getting rid of a coffee filter in the garbage, so keep the garbage on the back porch.
Oh, I'm glad. What you call it?
Squib
is not here. He'll be having a fit.
I didn't pour anything. I didn't refill the water yet, so I'll mute myself.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, by the way, guys, today is quiz day, right? But I don't have a winner. Not one person got it right. So I'm going to run with the same question for the next 2 weeks, and I'll give you another clue. So I just thought I'll mention that. I'll do it later on, but I just thought I was just thinking about it, you know. So I don't know why people are finding it so hard, but you know. And there you go. One person was real close, but no cigar. No chicken dinner. That's right. There was no winner. So I'm going to run it. I'm going to keep running it because it must be a tough question for all you guys out there. You know. I don't know. I tried to. I mean, I typed it in today in a different way, and I still came up with the same answer. So Google gave me the answer. I mean, as I'm saying up front, I'm getting this from Google. So I mean, it could be totally wrong, and some of these guys are correct. But I'm going on what I've got from Google as the answer. And 90, I mean, so far, I've been doing this for 5 years. So far, you know, somebody's been able to find the same answer as me. You know, but this one is kicking ass by the sounds of it. So
I don't like Google, honestly. So
well, I don't either, but
I think it's the general standard, but I think, you know, a lot of people, you know, they got to Google it. They got to Google it to fact check. I mean, I've done it myself in a sense, but honestly, fact check against what? Depends what you're looking at. In the end, sure. You know, it's basically fact checking against the government approved opinion. So when you get into politics, all that type of stuff, it's, you know, things get a little sketchy. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just not a huge, you know. There's other ones out there, and I don't think you should openly hardly trust anything 100%. But
I know, but
for a general answer on your quiz, yeah, I guess it's probably a common answer.
When it comes to search engines, Google's the big guy out there. You know, That's just all there is to it. I mean, like, you know, you can. There's a bunch. I mean, there's other messengers out there, but Twitter seems to be the big one. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
it's
I get what you mean.
yeah,
It's the most common one, I guess, or something like that.
yeah,
But yeah, but
yeah,
I don't know. So yeah, I mean, it is possible. Basically, I'm just trying to back up that the answer is off. So yeah, that might be what they want you to think. So and
hey,
that's the
that's
problem
how
with
you
some
do
of
it.
this stuff. Even
Yeah,
the devices you use, search for a hotel or this or that, you'll get different results depending on whether you're using an Android or Apple product. So it's weird how some of this stuff works.
yeah, yeah. So anyways, I was saying before we started and got on the other topic is I was looking for primers and bullets. I need more 223 bullets, and I need primers. I'm trying to come up with $300 worth for I can order them. Because I found a couple of companies that have primers in stock, but there's a minimum order. You know what I'm saying? From their website. Like, and 300 is the lowest one I found. I found a couple that the minimum order is $500. You know, this is the lowest minimum order. I mean, if I could just buy, you know, a couple of thousand primers and that's it, I would be happy. But I haven't found that yet. That has them in stock. I'll rephrase that. That has them in stock. You can, so. But then again, I said I was just looking to see what was out there, and we go from there. I mean, will they be in stock by next Friday? I don't know. That's when I get paid, by the way. So, and so that's what I was looking at. So, because I want to get into reloading, and I want to get into it. I want to start reloading again, for I can shoot my AR. Or is that prohibited word on here now? So or should I say, I want to shoot my Armalite rifle. Oh, check ammo seek. Let me write that down. Ammo seek. All right. So you're very quiet there, New York Outcast. Say something. I'm just rambling on here. Memorial Day weekend.
Something.
Say
I
something.
was filling water jugs. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. So, yeah, but so besides that, I'm not going to go into much because I said it's been talked to death already and some of the shit. I mean, the last couple of days. I caught that bit yesterday. I listened to some and read some stuff, but then some. What scares me now is the rhinos are cracking on I mean, there's going to be a federal red flag law, I bet you, guarantee it. And really, we don't need it. We don't need it. I mean, Indiana's had one since 2003 or some shit, but people forget about that. But there's laws already on the. I mean, if your state does not have a red flag law, which it doesn't need, and I hope it never gets one, right? And you have somebody who you're not sure about, he can be taken for observation for up to 72 hours. Now, I think the police can do it. So why do you need a red flag law? The only reason you need a red flag law is for somebody else can squeal on you. Like a regular citizen, for lack of a better term, because can squeal on you. Because I think under that 72-hour law thing, it has to be, law enforcement or something like that. So.
And it's usually different between states. But yeah, there's different states have something. Pretty much all states, to my knowledge, have something similar to that, where you can basically say you're in fear for somebody's well-being, and have them pretty much thrown in on a mental hold kind of evaluation. So, which honestly, I don't know. It seems like a lot of people say family members should be able to do that and things like this, but I have personally seen this be abused.
What, red flag law or the other one?
Oh yeah, it was down in Florida. It wasn't red flag. It was I can't think of what they call it. They got a term for it down there, but basically, guy ended up, he was going to divorce his wife, so. But he didn't want to give her any damn thing because the guy's, that's the kind of guy he is. He's not the best guy. But needless to say, he ended up, his mom was down there, and so him and his mom, he got in an argument with his wife. His mom came over. They both vouched that she was unsafe. Called the cops. She was pissed off and freaking out because they're trying to say she's crazy. So of course she's pissed off and yelling. So she looked kind of crazy. So they locked her ass up. He took all his shit, moved back up to New York. And then she got out with nothing, nobody, not a dollar in her pocket down there like 3-4 days later. And then other people had to go, rescue her basically. So you know what I mean? And there was no consequences. She wasn't, she was pissed. I'd be pissed too. But so,
Yeah.
It turned out to be a big old issue, but it was something, these people just worked up. So I think it's pretty shitty. So, a lot of this stuff, I don't know, man. I think if you want to drop a dime on somebody, you should have your name there and be able to stand for it. So in some of these cases, personally, but just my opinion. So things like this don't necessarily happen. So, shit, I was arrested and falsely accused for breaking into my own house. Like my own house. Yeah, my name's on the mailbox and every damn thing. Like, I paid the rent and shit, but the cops didn't want to hear it. They didn't want to talk to the neighbors. I got arrested, pulled in on a damn weekend. So until I seen the judge, and this was all because of a pissed off ex of mine. So, there was no consequence. Nothing ever happened. I got, dragged out of work in handcuffs and shit. So, not cool, man. Like,
no.
Why didn't they put her ass in jail for the week? You know what I mean? Like, It's shitty that all somebody has to do is say something to put you in a spot. So it's, I don't know. You should have to answer for that shit.
Oh, I do too. I think if I'm going to say that you're crazy, you're a danger to yourself or others, and such as red flag laws, so what it is, they come in, wave a piece of paper, come and take your guns away, right? But if it proves that you're not crazy and you're not a danger, I think if I was the one accusing you, some repercussion should happen to me because I'm making a false claim. You know what I'm saying? So the person there should be consequences for the person making the claim.
I agree. I think there would be it'd be hard to prove, like, I guess, malice or bad intentions or something like that. But I think with a lot of these, it's pretty clear that half the time the people have no idea what the hell they're even talking about. It's just, stab in the back type thing. So I don't know. In those cases, I think there, should be turned around or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would state when my daughter was attacked, and it all went viral and this and that, freaking, they arrested her. And basically, by the time I got the full video, turned it in, the DA's investigator and whatnot. Basically, they did actually charge the other girl. So, but I had to basically force it to happen.
Yeah.
So, I literally put the evidence in their hand, basically. So, at the court, they didn't even want to talk to me. So, I tried to, submit evidence there or whatever, or, not as the attorney, but tried to, speak for them in a sense. And their attorney or the prosecutor wanted nothing to do with me. So basically the whole thing could have been easily addressed in the beginning, but I don't know. Ah, man, things are screwy.
And you still live there.
Yeah, I don't deal with the schools no more though.
But that should make you want to move out of that state. But
yeah, I got lots of stuff to make me want to move out of the state for sure.
Jason said the red flag part is just a distraction. Registration is included in the bill. Yes. Now, did you see that report that was at GOA made, Guns Owners of America? They've got the receipts and the proof that the ATF already has one, an illegal registration, and it's searchable. That's why they were going into FFLs taking pictures of 4473s. Sometimes they think we're stupid. They really do. Yeah. And they're off of that totally. Did you guys one of those New England Ivy League colleges. I can't think which one it was. There's a professor his last name's English. I'll see. He done a study of he used 1,800 people in his study, which is more than some of these other surveys do, right? And it was to do with using a person using his firearm in a self-defense situation, i.e., not necessarily having to shoot it, but showing you have one, brandishing your firearm, getting ready to pull your gun out to stop whatever was going to happen. He spoke to 1,800 people, right? And based on their answers, mathematically, he worked it out. At the rate of those 1,800, there would be 1,678,000 instances where somebody, had used their carry firearm to stop something, which I thought was pretty fascinating. But you won't hear about it in the mainstream media.
Yeah, I'd question it myself, honestly. I'm sure there's a number out there, but out of that initial 1,800, how many were just tough guys wanting to tell a story? So,
well,
I don't know, man. You know what I mean?
I didn't actually read. I'm only repeating what I heard.
That's the problem with what we hear in polls. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
there's no proof to these cases, so you can't really say.
What I'm saying is this was done by a legit professor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it wasn't one of these being
right. But the people he interviews might want to tell a story. How do you know? How do you know every Bigfoot story is true?
Well, you don't.
Exactly. So out of that 1,800, how many are truly true? So that the numbers got to be smaller.
There's enough stories to say that for this amount of stories, not every one of them can be made up.
Yeah, but what I'm getting at out of his 1,800, admittedly, even by yourself now, in a sense, some of them got to be false. So the number, if you transfer that up to the big number that he comes up with in the end, that number's got to be skewed too. I think there's definitely numbers there. And then there's probably other stories that people don't even want to tell you about. because maybe they were in a place where they shouldn't have been, or this or that, where
they're carrying a
what,
firearm in a state.
yeah,
And
exactly.
they haven't got a license to do it.
We're never really gonna know. So it's hard to argue on those types of things, and just in my opinion.
Yeah, because I don't think nobody, none of the agencies, like a lot of gun related figures, the FBI keeps track of, but nobody keeps track of how many have been stopped without firing your gun.
Yeah. And you can't necessarily trust every individual on their testimony either, though. So we'll never really know.
Oh, what's this? There's okay. Let me click on that link. All right, there we go. Got it. All right. I wanted to open the web page. Tactical FUD sent me a link for 250 pieces of processed brass, primed, and 250 bullets in a free ammo can. I got to check that out. Hey, can you see the chat there, Rob?
No, I can't.
Oh, okay. Capitalcartridge.com is the website. So, all right. But it's I don't know. I kind of another good website to listen to is the 4-Box Diner. You ever ever seen it?
No, never heard of it. Is that like
okay? It's
in a train car or something?
What?
Does it have to do with trains or anything?
No. It's to do with the Second Amendment. He's a lawyer.
The 4-Box?
The 4-Box Diner.
Okay. What's the relevance with the 4-Box? What am I missing?
Jewelry box. Another kind of box.
Ammo box.
Yeah.
Or something. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And he is a lawyer, and he's also part of the Supreme Court bar as well. So, and he's going over 2A stuff. I find some of his stuff very interesting.
That's cool. What state is he in? Do you know?
I don't know. I've only just started watching him in the last 2 days.
Okay.
I
know law. I don't know. Things are different states, obviously. Different states, different laws.
Patriot Park says, "Yeah, the 4-Box Diner. All they cook is macaroni and cheese." Oh God. Yeah, macaroni and cheese. I was going through my cupboards yesterday in the kitchen. Seeing, I'm tired of the same old thing. So I'm looking in the cupboards there, and I found the old boxes and boxes of macaroni and cheese I got stuffed in there in the back corner of the.
Oh my God! Did you eat one?
No.
Oh, I'll tell you a little trick.
As soon as I saw it, I thought of you.
Oh, you thought of me. Okay. Yeah. And that pissed you off, and you're like, oh no. Yeah, I might have considered it, but not now.
I'd rather starve.
Typical. Yeah, and I kind of liked growing up poor. Dinner was that box mac and cheese, a can of peas, and a can of tuna fish, all mixed up together. And I've always thought that was good, man. You can plaster a wall with it. You could, it's probably bulletproof, but it was always decent. So just an idea.
I'm thinking I'm going to have I'm debating whether to have an old poor British dinner tonight. Beans on toast.
I thought you were going to say stone soup.
No.
Say, man, I know there's some minerals in the water, but come on, man.
Heat up your baked beans, make some toast, and pour your beans over you butter the toast, lightly butter the toast, then pour your beans over the top of it.
Yeah.
You know, that's poor man's food. I'm telling you.
Floats your boat.
You know,
You got a grocery store, right? You don't do all your shopping at the Family Dollar.
now I go to the grocery store, but I do a
They
lot
got a
of
little
going
section with cards with little recipes and stuff. Most
Yeah,
grocery stores seem to, at least around here. They're little free recipe ideas.
I know what you're on about. Yeah,
Check them out. A lot of times they got ones, heart health, this and that. I mean, at least it might give you a different idea. Maybe you don't completely copy it. You mix something different, but you try something different. So
now
we've done that, and also searched online and just looked at cooking stuff and scrolled through and come up with something different. So
yeah,
yeah, you get
Ozzy,
set in your ways with food sometimes. So
yeah, Ozzy said hamburger helper keeps me alive. Yeah, hamburger help is good, but hell, you seen the price of hamburger lately? Um, I think Raphael's on my side. I'm assuming because Patriot talked about macaroni and cheese. Then after that, Raphael says, I had to eat that vile stuff yesterday, a whole plate of it. I'm assuming he's talking about macaroni and cheese. My kind of guy. He had to eat that vile stuff. You know, as I said, if I came to your
well,
house and you served it up, I would eat it.
well, if
But
you had to eat a whole box of or a whole plate of the box macaroni and cheese, just regular, then I agree, not the best stuff. But a whole plate of baked homemade mac and cheese, like, oh man, I'd fight you for that plate.
why are you on about Patriot? He's on about beans and franks. I said baked beans on toast. You know, I grew up on that. Might be English. It might be an English thing, but you know, grew up on baked beans on toast. It's cheap and cheerful. You know, so that's more like what I'll be having for dinner tonight.
Yeah, I've
You
never
know?
even heard of that. Baked beans on toast,
What?
technically. So I've never even heard of that. Baked beans on toast.
Oh
That sounds like
man,
a straight British thing.
it's got
So
to be. That's why I said it might be.
yeah, something.
It might be, but you know,
I mean, so people would go through the time to bake the beans and then just dump it on toast.
yeah,
That's how it's originally done.
yeah. You just heat up the beans and on top of the stove.
Well, that's not baked beans.
Well, I'm talking about like like a can of baked beans. For argument's
Okay.
sake, you take them, heat them
Okay.
up, and pour them over toast.
That just sounds like lazy dinner.
It's poor man's dinner, I'm telling you. Jason
Look,
Stewart says George Washington's favorite food was mac and cheese. You're a commie, Rick. Oh yeah, I mean I've had that too, Ozzy. Cream chip beef on toast, shit on the shingle. Yeah, I've eaten that too. You know, one of my other favorites is getting my frying pan, putting a little bit of oil in there, cooking oil, vegetable oil if you want, which is always the cheapest. You know, throw a piece of bread in there, cut a square in the middle, hole out in the middle, crack an egg in there, fried bread and egg and fried bread. Damn, can't beat it. Another cheap meal. You know, might have that tonight instead. Because I got eggs. I've got bread. Damn, I think I might do that. And I got vegetable oil. And I own a frying pan. That actually sounds better than baked beans on toast, to be honest with you. Yeah, I think I'll go with the fried egg. You know?
now, have you ever considered just frying the egg and throwing it on a piece of toast?
I did that the other night.
Okay.
Actually, I turned it into a sandwich.
Yeah.
I done 2 pieces of toast, and I've actually made like just a plain egg omelet. and stuck it and made 2 sandwiches out of it.
Okay. Yeah. I've done that too, especially if you screw up an omelet.
Yeah.
If you're trying to do the flip deal or something and it gets funky. So
Yeah. Oh, I do that, you know. Yeah, I like doing that too. But I'm thinking my fried bread, and you know, it's not good for my
now,
waistline. But
would cheese be a problem with that? I mean,
no,
you got the egg, you got the toast, throw a piece of
you could put
cheddar
cheese
cheese
on it.
on there.
You could,
Okay.
but you know, it's
What about sausage or bacon?
yeah, but I don't have that here.
All right, no, I'm just making sure that doesn't
I mean,
violate a Rick rule or something. So
no,
I'm
no, no,
just double checking.
no. That's that could be allowed in my my rules. You know,
Okay. Well,
that damn cat
it's
snoring. I was hearing a noise here and saying, "What the hell is it?" Then it's my cat behind me sleeping on the floor, snoring. He can't be hungry because it's dinner time for him and he's fast asleep. You know. Oh God, it's gone for it. Quiz time. All right. Nobody got the answer correct. Nobody. Mind you, I think I only had 4 entries anyway. You know, one came close, but no cigar. Right? My question was, this is what it says. I got this off of Google. It says it was the first original breech loading gun in the U.S. Army. Now, the clue I gave you last week, because I had no entries, was I'm making it real easy for you. It's not a handgun and it's not a rifle. It doesn't leave much else, right? And what I want to know is the make and models, what I'm after. But I'll give you another clue. Let me have a look what it says here. Let's see what else it says here. This might give somebody the answer. It was used in the American Indian Wars, including the 1890 Wounded Knee Massacre. Now, if you can't get it with that, then I don't know what the hell you guys are doing. Email me at rickslife, as I see it, at gmail.com or spottedrick@gmail.com for the swag pack. Now, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to mess every. Instead of running it for 2 weeks, I'm going to run it for another week. So I will give hopefully I'll get a correct answer this coming week. So I will do the drawing on the 4th of June. So there we go. So I've extended it one more week to see if we can get an answer. I didn't think it was that tough. You know? So there you go. So, I mean, now you're just going to have to backtrack it, I guess, from the clues I gave you. You know? So. Now, I'm going to be the one who came close but no cigar. Right? Where is it? What was what the one that came close said it was the first steel breech loading gun. And the one I'm talking about isn't. So there you go. There's another clue. I ain't giving you no more. Hell, do you guys just want me to write the answer in the chat box? You know? All right. So since my cats are sleeping and they're not hungry, I can go on for a little bit more. What we were talking about. Oh, we were talking about food, weren't we? What I was going to cook myself. So yeah. So I said so I might go with the eggs. Actually, the egg sandwich on toast. I had that the other night, but I could eat it again. So
You know what I had last night?
what?
Caramel popcorn and pistachios.
What for dinner?
Yeah.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, we were out running around and was at Lowe's or Home Depot late, and they had an Ollie's nearby, so I swung through there and grabbed that. But it wasn't really supposed to be for dinner. But basically, we skipped dinner last night, so
Yeah,
it's rare,
yeah.
but it happens every once in a while. So
Yeah.
we couldn't come up with something we wanted. Honestly, we were thinking about it, but we kind of had that same thing you're talking about, where you're just tired of eating the same stuff. So, and it was late, so we didn't want to come back and spend an hour cooking or something. So, yeah, we just pretty much skipped it and ate junk.
All right.
Very healthy.
I just want to inform everybody. The next time I cook my grilled cheese sandwiches, I'll be using cheddar cheese. I've got through all the American that I had in my fridge, so I got none left.
Your taste buds will thank you.
So I'll be using sharp cheddar cheese. I could make them tonight, couldn't I? I'm just thinking of something. I want something quick and simple tonight. So yeah, I think I might go that route. I was starting with fried bread, then then an egg sandwich. Now I'm going to grilled cheese. I'm having the grilled cheese with cheddar cheese tonight. That's what I'm having.
Damn it! You should do the egg sandwich with grilled cheese, or the egg sandwich with the cheese.
The egg sandwich with cheese.
Yep. That way you got some protein with your
make a
egg
cheese omelet type thing.
Grilled cheese.
Yeah. Make a cheese omelet and put that in the sandwich.
It'd be more rounded if you added the egg.
Yeah. So I don't know, but we're running out of things to talk about here. So I'm about ready to call it quits. So what about you? You got anything you want to talk about?
Nothing that jumps out at me. So I already bring up my experience at the gun shop, which I'm not thrilled with. Other than that, nothing really jumps up. Threw some videos up, review video of the coffee that I've been getting from Squib here. So pretty good stuff, man. So if you're interested, there's a video over there.
Coffee.
Yeah, I should have went probably in on it a little bit more, but it was kind of a rush job, so my apologies. One take wonder.
Yeah. Jason Stewart, grilled cheese with macaroni. Let go of the macaroni, please. Let go of the macaroni. You'll feel much better if you start with macaroni.
Don't think you need the macaroni and the grilled cheese, but
you need to get rid of the macaroni. So, but I mean, I don't like eating macaroni, but I'll eat though. The only kind of noodle I really like is I'm getting old.
See, this is that crazy talk. Noodles, the basic noodles are all made out of the same stuff, man.
I know it's got to be.
It's all the same.
It's got to be a mind thing.
You sound like a 6-year-old, like complaining about the cut of spaghetti. I only like noodles.
That was the word I was looking for. Or eat that.
That's what I've been kind of craving. do some spaghetti, garlic bread,
Yeah.
something like
Now,
that. I don't know.
oh, you could
Good
serve
meat
that up to
sauce.
me all night long. I'll eat the shit out of that.
Yeah, yeah,
But
me too.
but if you gave me sort of like that with meatballs, garlic bread, but say you substitute it with a macaroni noodle, right? It's got to be a mind thing. It just wouldn't be the same to me. You know?
Oh man. Well, I understand why you're divorced now. You know, you're just a crazy son of a bitch. You know.
Oh. Yeah, I've been divorced. Actually, I mean, when I fill out forms now, you know, and when you have to fill one out and it says, you know, married, single, divorced, what you call it, I always check single. I don't check divorced. The reason for that is I've been divorced longer than I was married now. Right? So that makes me single, as far as I'm concerned. You know? Plus, normally you check divorce, it goes against you.
On what forms?
And you know, like you go to the doctors
Okay.
and you're filling out a form, or even if you were going for a loan, they ask you. And if you click check divorced, it goes against you. You know?
Yeah, that's
So
weird. I guess it
always,
might make sense on a loan or something. I don't know. And even that, I
I
don't
just
know.
check single.
That's weird.
I mean, I've checked single. Then, you know, you be talking to them, and you know, and they're asking you talking about, yeah, I got a couple of sons, you know, and a couple of kids, and you know, they're old. I mean, they're not kids anymore; they're adults. You know, then they start thinking, you know, I'm not saying there's people who've got kids who aren't married. I understand all that shit, but what I'm saying in general, the regular run of the mill shit. If you got kids, you're normally married. But I put single on my thing, not divorced. Then I tell them why. I said, well, I've been divorced longer than I was married, so that makes me single. As far as I'm concerned, you know. So, you mean I got to be stuck with the divorce title for the rest of my life?
That's what you get for being married.
You know. No, I'm single. That's the way I look at it. I am single. I'm not divorced. I'm single.
Yeah, but you did it once. You're marked forever now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right.
It's like a scar across your forehead, so everybody knows.
I know. I know. You know. No, actually, though, I didn't mind being married. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
It just didn't work out. You know. That's all.
Yeah, yeah. I think a lot of people do it because it's one of those things, like we talked earlier with the license. You're just supposed to,
Yeah.
yeah, just what you're
Yeah.
supposed to
I
do,
mean,
and then
right now,
2 years later, it's the worst thing you ever did.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
yeah.
you know, I mean, I would, I don't, I mean, I think I'm too old now anyway, but I used to say that, you know, I would never say I'm never getting married again. You know what I'm saying? But I just haven't found the right person. Because I guess because I'm a strange, fickle eater. Nobody wants to marry me.
I just don't see the legal aspect part of it. I mean, you can be, you know, a couple, a partnership, whatever you want to call it,
I mean,
without.
really, the only thing that it's good for, and I don't think it's even good for that anymore, is a tax relief.
Yeah, maybe taxes.
But then
But from
again,
what
if
I
you
hear,
file, but
even seniors are having a hard time with disability, social
yeah,
security, all
yeah,
this stuff if they live together, married. From what I hear, where a lot of them are actually, you know, separating because you'll actually receive more money to be survivable in a sense. So I don't know, you know, if all this is 100% true, but I don't know. I don't understand why you need government approval for it. You know,
yeah. But also, I
it's my
think though,
relationship. You shouldn't need approval for that. You shouldn't need it for religion. None of this shit. Like, you know, my
yeah,
opinion. I don't know.
But I think you almost get almost the same breaks if you file head of household. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been married, so I can't speak for that part of it.
Never been married. That explains a lot.
No, I don't like paperwork, man. I don't need paperwork, and everybody
They know
I know.
who you are. The government knows who you are.
Oh yeah, they
know where
they
you
know.
are.
Yeah, oh, definitely. But it's just that I don't just never felt the need for paperwork on something. I mean, I don't need a contract for a relationship. Yeah, most of the people I've known, honestly, have been married and divorced well within my relationship. In some cases, twice.
Yeah.
So it's just because that's what you're supposed to do, supposedly.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, you just save yourself the time and give half your shit to somebody else. I don't understand the point. They're all miserable. I've only known one person where it worked out to his favor, basically. And it wasn't even his favor because really his wife was cheating on him. So we proved it, or he proved it, whatever. And because they're both military, but she's a doctor and makes more money, he gets alimony, and Yan got the kid because honestly, I don't think she really wanted her, but it's a screwed up system. But his first check, he came over to show me his new Cannondale bike that was like $2,000 that she bought him apparently now. So I've only seen it work out to the guy's favor once. And honestly, and what monetary isn't really favor anyway. I mean, I don't know, man. You eat ramen noodles when I meet you. If you didn't help build a business or something like that, it's not my fault. You didn't want to do anything with your life, so I shouldn't have to pay for you. You eat ramen noodles when I leave you. If you help build something or whatever, that's different. I'm not a prick or whatever, but at the same time, too many people use it as a career move. I mean, women, honestly, I don't know. I'm not blaming all women as bad, but why shoot yourself in the foot, especially as a young individual? I mean, what the hell, man? I just don't see it's always great till it's not.
You're just digging there's not many women in there. So you're digging yourself a hole there.
Hey, man. Statistically, more fail than last. Okay, take it by the numbers then. So why pay for somebody else to be sleeping in your house banging your ex? I just don't understand
it. Jason Stewart says marriage is a wonderful thing. I preferred married women. There you go. Hey, married women, not married women. It's mind over matter, isn't it? If they don't mind, it don't matter. So what, Rob? You're out of wedlock? Burn in hell. That's Jason Stewart.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's hey, might be the case. You never know.
Yeah. Hey, you might get surprised if you actually ask your lady to marry you. She might say yes. But you won't ask her because you're afraid of that answer.
I'm not falling for this.
Is she there? She listening?
Plead the fifth. Nope.
Anyway, I'm getting out of here. Well, I want to say thank you to everybody. Did I ask you if you got any plugs or shout outs, Rob?
Nah, but I basically already did anyway. Threw some videos up if anybody's interested. Other than that, R&L displays. You can see one behind Rick on the wall. I'm close, got all my pieces, everything together for the 8Ks, so I just got to get down there and do it. So keep an eye out for those if you're interested. If you are a member, you might get a coupon. I don't know, but I can't say any more at this point. So, but other than that, that's pretty much it. I'd say G23 is coming up later tonight, I believe. I can't think off the top of my head anybody else. I'm sure there's other people out there, but obviously check each other out, respectfully. Make sure you get out, do something healthy. Don't just sit on the computer all day. Damn it. I need a salad.
Jason Stewart said, "Here's Rob, my mom's boyfriend." I don't know where he's going with this. That spider bite is gone to his head. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, thanks everybody for being here. I really do appreciate you spending your Saturday afternoon with me. And
sorry.
What?
Sorry. Remember what this weekend's about. So, Memorial Day. So, I don't want to wish you a good one for state, but just obviously remember what it's for, no matter what you're doing, in a sense. So
yeah, I mean, by all means, have a good time, but remember why you're having that good time. Is the way I look at it. There's a reason, and problem is the way this country's going. No, I should keep my mouth shut. But the way this country's going, those no. I don't want to say
Patriots has some tough times coming.
They did it for nothing if you let this country go. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's it. That's all I'm going to say on the matter. All right. I will be back on Wednesday at 7 p.m. So I will see everybody then. So hang on, I missed something. What is that? Oh, I will. I got it. I got the tab open on my thing here. I'll look at it after I shut down. All right. Thank you all for being here. I really do appreciate it. I will be back on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, the only time zone that matters. So I will see you all then. So good afternoon, good evening, and all that good stuff. So see you later. Bye, Sabrina. All right.